on at midnight. So make a sound of noise for Richard Jeter. Come on. Wherever he is, there he is.
Oh, God. How y'all feeling tonight? I am feeling old as hell, y'all. I got a birthday coming up. I'm only 34, but technology has moved so much in the last 20 years that I think my generation, more than any in history, has just gotten so old so fast. I mean, I had a rotary phone growing up. I didn't get a cordless till I was in middle school. If your phone caught fire or exploded when I was a kid, you had straight up pissed off the KGB or the mafia. Like, that was just some straight up spy level bullshit. Now you can just ask Siri the wrong question and level a city block. God. See, my little cousin, he's a redneck with anger issues and a Samsung Note. So he's basically an IED and a wife beater right now. Oh, God. I feel like we lost something with cell phones, though, because I remember, like, having just really serious arguments with people in, like, high school, and the wheels would just come off the conversation. You'd just be like, you know what? Fuck you, and just slam that phone. You got that cathartic moment of release, just slamming that fucking receiver down. And kids these days, or not kids these days, I'm 34, get off my lawn. They're never going to know that joy, because have you ever tried to angrily end a cell phone call? And, like, you can't even find, like, the end call button, or, like, even worse, you, like, pull the phone away from your face and it won't even light back up. So you're just like, you know what? Fuck you, man. No, I'm still here. Hold on. Yeah. And you can't, like, slam it down on the table for the effect, because that's how you lose a hand, you know. Oh, thank you. But, I was the last generation to remember what life was like before the internet. You know, I had to go, if I had a school project, I actually had to convince my parents to drag my happy ass to a library. The horror. I had to learn about the Dewey Decimal System in elementary school. You mentioned the Dewey Decimal System to anyone now, and they're like, didn't they play at Bonnaroo last year? And they did, third stage. It was awesome. Oh, God, but, you know, and one of my friends actually pointed out to me the other day that there are kids entering their senior year of high school right now that were born the year I graduated. And I got to thinking about that as I was throwing the rope over the pipe in my bathroom. And I thought, maybe I'm just coming at this all wrong. Maybe I'm not so much a failure as I am one step closer to being a phenomenally effective motivational speaker. Because I can just go from school to school and be like, kids, you got to pay attention to this shit, or you're going to end up doing stand-up comedy on a Monday night. Just take my word for it, right? Oh, God. But, you know, in the media and all the pundits and experts, like, talk about how this generation, like the current kids, are all entitled and lazy and uncreative. And, you know, I don't know if any of that is true, but if it is, I blame it on pornography. Not that they're watching it, because I've got some fantastic torrents I'll be happy to share with you. Get with me after the show. If anything, it's because it's just instantaneous for them right now. You go to Google, you type in the fetish of your choice, your ultra-high-speed internet connection delivers debauchery to your doorstep at the speed of light. Scientists have developed the most sophisticated communication network in the history of civilization, which you are going to go home tonight and use to watch cat videos and stream porn star titties into your house from California via space. How is that not going to fuck with your sense of reality? And, you know, when I hit puberty, America Online wasn't even a thing, all right? So I was like some little horny hunter-gatherer. I had to forage materials I was going through my dad's National Geographics looking for, like, tribeswomen that weren't wearing any clothes. You know, I was hoping the girl in the green bikini was going to be on MTV's The Grind that day. You know, I forged my creativity in the fires of having to make the lingerie section of the Sears catalog work, okay? So... And I used to do tech support, and people would ask me, why are you so patient? You're so patient. How'd you get so patient with all this? I'm so patient because when the internet finally did happen, and I was downloading my picture of Jenna Jameson line by line, and it took 15 minutes to get to a nipple, that's what America Online did for my generation. It created an entire army of just perverted Zen masters. And, you know, it's not going anywhere. Technology's not going anywhere. it's just going to get worse because I have to help my grandparents set up like a Gmail account or program a universal remote. I'm going to be calling my grandkids and telling them that like the hollow projector I'm using to put myself into the Expendables 8 has somehow malfunctioned, and now I'm stuck in Pride and Prejudice, and if they don't come over here and fix it and I have to have one more sad tea party with depressed English people, I'm going to drive my hover scooter straight off the next goddamn cliff I see. Anyway, that's my time, folks. Y'all have been great.
Give it up one more time. Make some more noise.